Hello everyone, welcome back to a new YouTube video. My name is Casey if you're new here. If you have been here before and watched a few of my videos, welcome back. So my last few videos has been about quarantine and lockdown. Not exactly the happiest kind of videos, but this one's going to be kind of in theme with that. So obviously with it being lockdown and everywhere being shut, that does include hair salons. And it does include beauty salons, which has been particularly difficult for me because anyone who knows me knows that I have had my nails on for 3 years. 3 years, no breaks. I get them done between every 3 to 5 weeks, and that's just the one thing that I've always kept up with, is I've had nice nails, and with them being shut and me being here in Plymouth and no one available to do them, this has resulted. I've had to take them off myself, and they do not look pretty, they do not look great. This is a video of how not to take your nails off, because I have learned the hard way and it's been a long process, let me tell you. Okay, so that was a little bit dramatic. It only took me, what, 2 days to actually soak them off, which is more than the average. When I'm in the nail salon and they take it off for me, it takes about 5-10 minutes. So it is long in that sense, but I just made it sound so dramatic then. But yeah, it's a YouTube video, of course it's going to be dramatic. So the first thing you really have got to remember is this is not just nail varnish you're taking off, it is nail polish, gel nail polish, shellac and artificial nails. So it is not just your cheap Poundland nail polish remover. That's not going to cut it whatsoever. You're going to have to look on the bottle, and it has to have a high percentage of acetone, which I made the mistake. I just used this cheap one. It was my sister's. It was strawberry scented and it did not do the job whatsoever. I tried putting it in my hand in it, which is another no, don't do that. That will not work. It will just destroy your hands. If anything, make them dry. Disgusting. It's not pleasant. It was a bit of a trial and error really. As I said, it was a live and you learn. So I did start doing that and I realised that it didn't actually work. So then I decided, I saw the method on YouTube and even like a few nail places do it. Mine actually don't, but they basically, you put the nail polish remover onto cotton wool and then put it on your nail, wrap it in tin foil and wait about half an hour. Now this did actually work a little bit, that did work for me even on the weaker stuff, but I still had so much of the artificial nail on my nails, it just felt disgusting after a while. Just, yeah, it was just not good. So my one tip is, it's got to be at least, well mine is actually 99% acetone and it's not actually that expensive. I got mine in Savers actually. It was only a little bottle, but it was like £1. But it worked a treat. So don't use normal like scented nail polish remover. Make sure you get one with that is full of acetone. My second tip is to file down your nails. Make it as thin as possible. The thinner and the more artificial nail you get off, the easier it is to soak off. So my third method would definitely be to use the cotton wool ball and tinfoil method. It does work a treat, and because it gives that extra attention to each individual nail, it just takes it off so much easier. So I do definitely recommend that. But tip, I was trying to say tip and hint, but it went timp. Tip and hint time. Use Vaseline or lip balm, any kind of soother, use just around the edge of your nail. That way the acetone doesn't actually dry out the rest of your skin. Then the acetone paid more attention to the nail rather than the outskirts of the nail and the cuticles. So definitely apply Vaseline along the base of your nail first. Side note, there's actually another method that I did find on YouTube which also did work quite well on my other hand, and that was you get a hot bowl of water, obviously hot enough that you can still handle it, and you get a food bag, clear food bag, not very big, and just fill that a little bit of acetone and just put your fingers in it and wait for that to soak. The hot water must do something to react to the acetone, and it actually, like, within minutes you can just feel it, and you can even like use your other nails like within the bag to get off the artificial nail and the gel polish. It's just that was another method that you could actually use if you don't have tin foil or if you don't have cotton wool. That is another method that you could try to use, because that is a very good method and quite an easy hack. It doesn't actually take as long as half an hour, so that is a quicker method if you're in a rush. So once you've either used the tinfoil method or the hot water and acetone method, it's just inevitable you're still going to have dribs and drabs on your fingers, so just use... My cat is about to break into my room. Here he is. So sorry, as I was saying, you're going to have excess on your fingers from where bits haven't been taken off completely, so just use the buffer end of a nail file and just start to buff your nails, and it will slowly just gradually come off completely. Then don't actually use a nail file end because it will just roughen up your fingers, and they're as sensitive as it is, so I wouldn't recommend that. So just use the buffer end and it will come off, and also it will start smoothing your nail over, and eventually they'll look quite... they're not perfect, but they are more smooth. And then once all that's done, once they've all completely come off, you're done basically, and just use a strengthening polish if you've got one, or you can get one so easily. I use my mum's, it's an Avon strengthening one, but you can get one from anywhere. I'll just give it a bit of more strength in your nails, because let's be honest, it's just they've gone through a lot trying to take off artificial nails. And then finally just use hand cream, and that is basically it. So I hope you enjoyed this video of my story time and kind of hints and tips of how to actually gut your nails off properly with minimum damage. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. I've actually had quite a good feedback on my last video, so if that keeps going then that'll be amazing. So I would just love if you interacted with me. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, I'll link them all down below. But yeah, I hope you all have a lovely time, you're not getting too bored during this quarantine, and just stay safe, stay indoors, and also, side note, get well soon, Boris Johnson, because you need to save our country, because you're amazing. So get well soon.